Hello everyone, welcome to Diecast Calls. Today I'm going to go over a couple of cars that I recently acquired, and I would classify many of them, as, well, I don't want to use a phrase that is worn out or is not, completely accurate. Sometimes a phrase will be blister pull or blister fresh or recently pulled or released. The cars that in this particular collection, like this custom Firebird Hong Kong blue with tan interior, no cowl mark on the hood, would be, what does a blister pull mean, right? So this is a unpunched blister card. It's not a perfect card. It is a sugar caddy, and it's of course, that was released in '71. Sugar caddy has a very distinctive profile with a lot of sharp edges. So sometimes finding a card that was over 50 years old, you're going to find sometimes it'll be damaged because the car went, in travels. But that's not the point. The point is, what is a blister? And here is a blister. So the cars in this collection today are that type of quality. They're the whole collection was just outstanding. I'm going to keep the 68s in front. I'll tell you another one that this whole thing, just really, really nice cars. Here is a beautiful Mercedes-Benz 280 SL. The thing about these Mercedes-Benz is the white interior, glossy paint, minimal toning, and minimal pepper. What do I mean by peppering? The Hong Kong paint, it's Hong Kong because they were only made in Hong Kong, and the manufacturing process, unfortunately, was not high quality control all the time. So you ended up getting like spots, or what I call paint peppering. The other thing with the Mercedes-Benz, this particular casting, is the the hood, when it was opened up, would hit against the cowl. This is the cowl right here, and the hood would leave a mark. So I can tell this car has hardly been played with because the hood hardly opens up. That's as far as it goes without forcing it. I can open it up more, but I don't want to risk touching the hood to the cowl and leaving a mark, because I've seen too many Mercedes-Benz with that issue, and it does take away from the quality. I mean, look at that clean, nice chromy front. Isn't that a beaut? Shiny base. That's a very nice Mercedes-Benz 280 SL. Its cousin came along with the collection, and it's green, no black roof. But here's another good example. This is a dark interior. Again, no cowl mark. See that? There's no line right here. A little bit of popping. See a little pop right there? Right on the top? That's what I mean by Hong Kong paint popping, but not the peppering. I'll show you peppering some other time. None of the cars in this collection came like that. But here's some toning on the back deck. A little bit of toning right there. The glossy paint is outstanding. Beautiful car, beautiful tires. Those are Hong Kongs, of course. You can tell because they're chromy. Super shiny base. Chromy front. What a beautiful machine. Look at the insignia right there, the Mercedes-Benz insignia. Front, back. What a car. Those are awesome little vehicles right there. Talk about awesome vehicles. I got one for you here. How about a Harry Hauler? Harry Hauler in green. Now, the thing about the Harry is very heavy, and the downforce, if you will, of gravity, these are sometimes hard to find clean as far as the windshield. See how nice and free of cracks or any type of stress marks? Canopy's open. Canopy closes nice and tight and snug. Why do I say that? Sometimes your Harrys will have the plastic interior has been not aligned correctly when it was installed at the factory and or came loose after it was released from the factory, and the canopy may not close tight. It may sit like that. Engine, known for its being tarnished. This is pretty clean yet. This is a late run Harry. You can tell because the piece of metal in between the pipes right here, my finger is, Mattel installed that between the pipes to protect the pipes from being damaged, moved, and bent, because the early runs didn't have it and they're very vulnerable from being bent. It's tough to find a Harry with straight pipes. Take a look at the Spectra Flame Green on this one. Glossy, beautiful, tires. The front, free of any type of markings, any type of chips. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this whole collection came like this. This particular case. I'll tell you something that's unusual, something a little bit different you don't normally see. It's a Mantis, I know, but a Mantis Hong Kong. Hong Kong, yep. There's that light blue canopy plastic. It's not a hard color to get, but Hong Kongs are a little bit more difficult. At least they have been for me to find in good condition. Here's a nice Mantis. Hong Kong green. White interior. Isn't that nice? What a beaut. Don't you love it when they're clean? Especially the high edges along the, above the tires, above the rims. The high edges in the back. Clean. Very crisp. Light green Spectra Flame. Beautiful car. Yep. Really, really nice. Actually, a couple things here kind of cool. The classic 57 T-Bird. This is a this is a rose with some toning. It is a US only, but there's some toning on there. And the hood opened up a little bit different. It opens up like you would expect the Ford hood to open up. Come on, you can be cooperative. There you go. And that's as far as it goes. So you can tell, a couple things you can tell. Not only is the car super clean, but it lacks a lot of toning on the base because it wasn't handled a lot. And the environment too, it had some play into the toning aspect of the base. But the gas tank is small. That means early run. Now they changed the gas tank on these later run because the rivet didn't have enough stability. So Mattel actually had to make a long gas tank. I'll show you that in a second. The other difference with early run versus later run classic 57s is you see the console inside there? Try to turn that so you can see. Next to the lift, just to the right of the steering wheel, is the console. The console is more of a square. The late runs are more of a rectangle console. I'll show you that in a sec. 69. Here we go. Here is a beautiful blue example of a late run classic 57 T-Bird. There's your console, right to the right of the steering wheel. You see it's more rectangle. And there is the gas tank. The gas tank is long. The gas tank on the early run is short. There are the consoles. Hope you can see that with the brown. Difference is late run, early run. Aren't they nice? Two beauties right there. Can't beat that with a stick. You know, the old phrase I used to use as a kid, right? Another thing is the Torero. Really nice Torero here. It's a common car, of course, but boy, oh boy, this baby is clean, especially the front, the nose. The nose, for whatever reason, would get, you know, some chips and some wear. The tail light sometimes will be missing completely. Really survivor here. Beautiful tires. Gorgeous car, isn't it? Common car, uncommon condition. Purple Torero, 1969. So it keeps some 69s together here. A couple of 69s right there. Here's an open fire I think you'll enjoy. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous gold. Turbo fire. I'm sorry, open fire. Torero, open fire. Yep, that's the Gremlin. AMC Gremlin from back in the day, extended. Floating center axle. Suspension in both ends. Mediums, large. Look at this car. Isn't that a beauty? There's some toning, of course. Absolutely. Made in Hong Kong, of course. But, you know, so nice and clean. I love when the grille is that distinctive black matted paint. Super clean. This car rocks. Very heavy car, too. Beautiful open fire. I'll put him in the back here. Right there. Open fire. Hey, ooh, here's a really nice car. I love this. I got this collection. I was like, first thing I do, first thing maybe you do too, is when you get a power pad, you take the canopy off, it slips off. You see a little area back here that in the front right there, the tab, and then the back section slip into the back of the car, right? But the roll bar, is the roll bar clean? Meaning, is it broken or is it stable? Is it still intact? And it is. You know, this is a magenta, absolutely gorgeous power pad. Check that out. Magenta. The white on the canopy has not been yellowed. Sometimes it'll get yellowed, you know, due to environment, or if it came from a home where there were smokers. I mean, there's other factors that would cause that, but you want to get them nice and clean, nice and white and clean. And that's what you got here. Just a couple marks right on the corner. But tell you what, wheels, base, magenta, poof, what a car. Put that next to the open fire. Isn't that nice? Don't you love them clean? I know it's a worn out phrase, but I sure love them clean. How about a funny money? Funny money, one of the last heavyweights to be manufactured, released. Original interior, the bumper, the steering wheel, the cage. I'm sorry, not the steering wheel, the prop. Dual engines that protrude through. But there's the safe in the back. Funny money. Funny money. What a car. Got the star rivet in the center. She's a beaut. It also weighs a ton. That sometimes that bumper will be broken or missing. How about a sugar caddy? Ooh, this is clean. It's a nice one. It's a nice shug right there. Absolutely beautiful. Now, we were talking about the blister pull. And what is a blister pull? Well, here's a sugar caddy that has been released. And here's a sugar caddy I showed earlier that yet to be released. Yeah. Sugar caddy. All right. What about a sugar caddy? 71, made after the Eldorado. This guy is really clean. The roof, that glass really covers a lot of surface area and is very vulnerable to be scratched. Also, the hood sometimes would be broken. Very difficult to open up this one. I don't think this car was played with again because it's very stiff. Doesn't want to open up all the way. The tail lights intact. Super shiny base. Nice tires. This is a beaut. You know, I don't know. Again, I'm debating on using the word blister pull. because I don't want to oversell and underdeliver to my customers, but that'll be the customer's choice. But I'm telling you what, this whole collection was one of those where you say, wowza, thank you, seller. This was one of those where you're just like, you want to just put them up on a shelf or on a turntable and under LED lights and just spin around and really admire the Mattel engineering on every one of these models. Every single one, not only are they beautiful Spectre Flame, but the engineering that went into them for a 99-cent car or less, depending on if it's Shell promo. Look at this. Beautiful, the hood. Thing about the hood I always kind of look for, I know, it's a minor thing, but it's important to me, and that's the tail lights. Are they clean? Are those tail lights clean? Are they there? Check the hoods and see what yours look like, because they're most vulnerable. They're the point that really protruded the farthest. You see that? How they protrude the farthest in and out of a case would get worn. Preserved. A little bit of wear right there, but boy, oh boy, what a beautiful rendition of this model. I'm going to close the canopy. And look at that chrome. The hood. Hong Kong engineering right there. Yeah, let's do it a couple more. The other, I had the Turbo Fire, the Torero. This is a Grokwa color. It's kind of fade green, white interior, beauty. Again, the front, really clean. Beautiful US, only made in the US. US tires. This one's a little floppy. Still there though, that's good. Wants to fall down a little bit, to move that up a little bit for him, to get him back in order. And there's the hood opens up. The hood opens up like the classic 57 T-Bird we looked at before. Shows a nice clean engine. I'll put these guys here together. I'll pull back the camera angle in just a second so I can show you that. We only got a couple more here. A couple more on this particular collection. The Demon. This is a nice green, dark interior. The edges are really clean. Look at the round edges. Yeah, they're tough to find clean. They really are. The fenders, the front, the sides, especially the corners, are a lot of times a little bit of wear showing or scratches or such. It's a Hong Kong car, of course. Slight toning going on there. Very chromy engine. Some minor wear on the top of the pipe there, but shiny base. I have another one. Here, let's do two of them. Let's do two of them together here. So there's the green one, the green, the Demon, and then I have a lime. How about that? Isn't that nice? Just a beaut. Some of the red line is missing on this tire. That's a cap that could be replaced. Easy enough. There's a red line on the other side. I think I'm going to replace that cap. Chromy engine. Again, look at the vulnerable parts all around. All clean. Beautiful. The Demon. Whew, man, that's a nice car. What happened with that red line? Isn't that neat? Maybe some people like them like that, the original. I'll probably take that apart. I'll pop it off. They're really easy to do. There's a little indentation in between the tire there and the base. You put a sharp edge in between there, and easy enough to remove that. I'll show you what I mean by that. I take a straight edge, and right in between there, that ridge, and you work it back and forth, and you can pop off that tire and replace it with an original. Only originals. I will never replace a tire unless I have to with a reproduction. I want to go original. I'm sort of a stickler towards that. Here's another late run, beautiful green classic T-Bird. This is a little bit of worn, a little bit of wear. The fins sometimes show some wear because they're very vulnerable. It's a high edge point. Put him over here. We're almost done. Yep, only got a couple more. Oh, I want to say the one for the end. So second last car is a beautiful twin mill. Look at this one. Oh, ooh, aqua. Look at that front. The nose is clean. Tough to find clean. Super glossy paint. Tail lights intact. Beautiful tires. A little bit of toning going on with the engine. It actually tones sort of a gold color, as well as some toning on the top of the engines. See that? A little bit of blackish, if you will. It's a nice car. That's a sweetie pie right there. Slightly different colors of the base versus the top. That's pretty common. Pretty common to find that. I'll put them on the side here. And the last thing I want to show you is an interesting little thing, and that is a Beatnik Bandit. Now, why is it interesting? Well, this, of course, is Hong Kong. You can tell by the bubble and also the steering wheel. It's actually a steering wheel. But let me show you something. It's really cool. I have a US in my hands. So the US is going to be on the right here, and here's the Hong Kong. You see the different profile of the two? Hong Kong, US. See the difference in profile where the lights are? Look at the engine. US, Hong Kong engine. Of course, the bubble we talked about. The steering wheel on a Beatnik Bandit US is actually a stick versus a steering wheel. And what's really cool is the back, the rear. Hong Kong, US. See the difference between the two? Isn't that neat? Yeah, just slightly different. Just slightly different profile. Of course, you know the bases. But that's it. That's the beauty of the Mattel engineering from back in the day. And I wanted to end it right there. That is the grouping that I'm so proud to show you today here at Die-Cast Calls. If you have a collection for sale, if you want to downsize your collection, if you have doubles or triples, please contact me. I'm always looking to buy collections. Hot Wheel Redline Era only. 1968 through 1977. I like them clean. I like them nice. I want to show off these babies. I love Spectre Flame. I love Hot Wheel Redline cars. diecastcalls@gmail.com. Until then, hey, everybody, you have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.